Welcome back to Main Street Living. There are so many great benefits that kids get from playing sports. They exercise, they learn teamwork, and they improve their self-esteem.
Yes, and playing sports is also a lot of fun and a great way to make new friends. The Adaptive Sports and Recreation Association in San Diego is working to give all kids the opportunity to play regardless of physical disabilities. So please welcome to Main Street Living, Nancy Rosenberger. Nancy, thanks so much for making the time for us today.
Thanks for having me.
So we know that you are a part of a pretty incredible organization in San Diego, the Adaptive Sports and Recreation Association. How would you describe this group?
This is a group of people who know the importance of everybody being involved in sports. And when you're not able-bodied, it's very hard to find programs that will accommodate you. So we want to make sure that everybody has that ability to do that, regardless of if they're in a wheelchair or some other way handicapped.
So what are some of the programs that you all offer?
Well, our signature event, which just happened, was our Junior Adaptive Sports Camp. I think it was the 27th year that we've done this. And it's 5 days of over 14 different sports, 2 days at Mission Bay where we do all the water sports, including water skiing, tubing, hand cycling, kayaking, all of those fun things. We also did martial arts this year and a few other things. And then we moved to Miramar College and do swimming, basketball, swimming, basketball, soccer, tennis, archery, golf, all kinds of other things. And then we have year-round programs that haven't quite gotten started yet after the pandemic.
Yeah. So who is eligible to participate in the programs?
Well, our camp is from ages 4 to 17, and we also have had adult teams, basketball teams. We have a women's basketball team that is all women, so any age, really.
So you started to talk about your year-round programs. What are some of those year-round programs?
Well, the ones that were just, like I said, getting started is basketball, lacrosse. We were real excited to have power soccer in power wheelchairs at camp this year, and we're hoping to get that started too. And we have a kayaking program. We try and go kayaking once a month. We have hand cycling. We've done rock climbing. We do a lot of clinics, day clinics, rock climbing, basketball, soccer, lacrosse, anything that's of interest to the kids.
So what's interesting is obviously there's so many different types of disabilities and everybody's is unique to themselves. What kind of disabilities can you accommodate?
Anybody with physical disabilities, they don't necessarily have to be in a wheelchair, which is what I thought when we found Adapted Sports and Rec for our grandson. And it's just anybody who isn't able to play able-bodied sports. And even though they may not be a full-time wheelchair user, some of the sports they do use a wheelchair for. So just there's a variety. There's spinal cord injuries, cerebral palsy kids, muscular dystrophy, amputees, just lots of different things some things I never even knew about.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering too about the ages. Do you accommodate all ages in the work that you do?
Yes, we do. Camp is just for ages 4 to 17. And then we have adult programs too.
And I'm also curious, I heard you mention about your grandson, and I'm just curious, why is it so important for you to give kids or anybody the opportunity to participate in these kinds of sports activities?
Well, I saw how it really helped our grandson. And just with kids at camp will say, it's the first place I've been that nobody looks at me differently. And they make friends, and they realize empathy for other people too. But it's just important the way sports is for able-bodied, just to be involved and be part of a team or physically active, mentally.
Yeah. I mean, the more the merrier for real. It's always more fun when more people can participate, I think. And it's so great that you get to give that back to them. I think I probably already know the answer to this, but what do you love most about being a part of this organization for you personally?
I love all the people that I've met. And not only, I mean, I look at the people with disabilities, especially the ones who weren't born that way, that had accidents, and I see their resilience and their great attitude, and the families are wonderful. And this year at camp, we had a record number of teenage volunteers. It takes about 150 volunteers to put on that week of camp. And I saw how hard they worked and how great they were. And it just gave me so much hope for the future. to
Wow.
see kids get involved in that. And then we also had, because we haven't been able to have camp for a couple years, a lot of the kids like my grandson who were campers the last time we had it are now 18 and 19, and they were counselors. And
Oh,
we saw
so
how,
fun.
and we saw how great they did. They did such a good job. We were so proud of them.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And it's amazing to think about 100 volunteers.
Oh,
So,
it
yeah,
takes a lot.
yeah, yeah.
It's
So how
village.
else do you staff it?
It's all volunteer. And volunteer nurses from Children's Hospital come. We have restaurants around San Diego that come and do lunch. Hodad's brings their fryer to make French fries and grill to make hamburgers, and Pizza Hut delivers pizza. Luna Grill has been a longtime sponsor of ours. The fire department comes and barbecues and down at the bay, and we just have everything is volunteer. We have to set up probably about 20 canopies at the bay and take them down every night and put them up the next morning. We start about 5 o'clock in the morning. We have to rent 2 U-Hauls to bring all the equipment. And most people don't realize that every chair is different for each sport. There's a basketball chair, a soccer chair, a rugby chair. They're all different. So we have lots of equipment we have to get around. And kids outgrow wheelchairs the way other kids outgrow tennis shoes. So
Oh my gosh.
we have
So
lots.
just new challenges all the time, I'm sure.
It
So
is. It's a much more expensive way to have sports than with able-bodied.
yeah, absolutely. But fortunately you have the volunteers, and hopefully the technology just keeps getting better and better. How can our viewers find out more information if they want to get involved or maybe donate their time?
They can go to our website and adaptedsportsandrec.org and send me an email or send Lindsay an email, and we'll get right back to you. I guarantee you. We also have a Facebook page and Instagram that I think the Facebook page is San Diego Adaptive Sports and Rec. And most of our information is on there also, and videos and pictures. And I guarantee you'll be inspired.
I have to
think you're gonna.
by what I saw, you're doing beautiful work, amazing work.
Thank you.
Well, I loved learning about all of that. And it was great to celebrate the work that's being done there. And speaking of celebrating, when we come back, we are going to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with a drink. So stay tuned.